Alright, well, time to feed these hungry AMD fans. I got something for them. I got something for them. Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Another beautiful day. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. Alright. Alright, I got news for you AMD fans. Let's see here. Let me get you guys out of the way real quick. And then I gotta drop all my then I gotta put all the news out that I did. Yeah. All of that. From Proton updates to SteamOS updates. Gotta put all that out. Yeah. Weekend PC deals, all that. Oh, I got videos done already. 4 to be exact, but I'll have to add on top of the pile that I got going here. What do we got for as AMD goes? Let's see here. Let's see here. What do we got? See, AMD RX 9060 XT GPU retailer listing starts at $450. AMD mainstream GPU will come in 16 gigs and 18 gigs flavor. And then it says online listing for AMD Radeon RX 9060 have started appearing online, with the GPU showing up on Amazon and other Swiss retailers. According to video cards, the XFX puts up 2 versions of the 9060 XT, a dual fan 8 gig variant priced at $449.99, and a 3 fan 16 gig version that costs $519.99. Both card boast a boost clock of up to 3,320 megahertz, slightly higher than the leak reference spec of just 3.2 gigahertz. Popular hardware leaker Momo_us also shared a screenshot from a Swiss retailer showing Acer Nitro RX 9060 XT GPUs on X. The 16 gigabyte OC variant is priced at CHF 556.70, around 670, with the cheaper 8 gig OC costing CHF 508.30, around 612. It might seem that the 9060 XT is significantly more expensive than the RTX 5060 Ti. After all, Team Green 16 gig version has an MSRP of just $429.99, with 8 gig models set at $379. But if you check where you can buy these graphics cards, you'll find that the $400 to $500 price range is about right, especially as many AIB partners offer models that sell at much higher price than the manufacturer has recommended. And anything else on this? It says there, furthermore, these could also be placeholder pricing. After all, AMD has yet officially launched these cards, and we do not have a whiff of the AMD GPU MSRP. Still, we hope that the 9060 XT family will be completely priced and that there will be many options at MSRP during launch. It says here, which is expected to be May 18th. What we're not excited about, though, is the existence of an 8 gig variant for the 9060 XT. Many experts say the 8 gig of video RAM is no longer viable for modern AAA games, with Grok AI saying it's like bringing a butter knife to a gunfight. We've even seen this with the RTX 5060 Ti, Ti 8 gig, which loses up to 10% of performance when plugged into a PCIe 4.0 slot. And it says we don't know how the 9060 8 gig will perform yet, as AMD has not released any information about the RX 9060 XT family yet. However, we do hope the reviewers can publish their findings on GPU release dates, allowing us consumers to determine whether these GPUs are worth the asking price. Yeah. 8 gig of video RAMs is extinct. Yeah, step your game up. This article is on video cards. Let's see if we got any comment. He said, and then who is this? Off Dragon said this. 450 for an 8 gig GPU question mark. Are they insane? This listing is certainly wrong. Yeah, 8 gigs of video RAMs is extinct, man. Sorry. Anyway, let me keep going here. See what else can we find here. Here's another one for you AMD nerds. Here's another one. AMD 6th Gen EPYC 9006 Venice CPU reportedly offers up to 96 Zen 6 or 256 Zen 6C cores. And we got 2 comments. Here it says here, specification for AMD next gen Zen 6 based server products have surfaced at Baidu via HLX at X, Vince, or at Twitter. Vince, the successor to AMD current Turing server offering, will reportedly pack as many as 256 cores based on the Zen 6C design, suggested with 1 gig of total L3 cache, and that without any additional 3D cache chipset. We must tread with caution not to treat these details as definitive, since these products are likely a year or more away from launch. AMD current generation Zen 5 based server EPYC 9005 CPU, codenamed Turing, slot into the SP5 socket, similar to EPYC 9004 Genoa, which used Zen 4 cores, adopting a design similar to ARM's Big Little. AMD also launched these CPU with denser Zen 4/5 cores C, with Turing dense reach up to 192 cores /384 threads. Similarly, AMD also offered the cost-effective SP6 socket, which currently supports AMD EPYC 8004 Cena, offering with up to 64 Zen 4 cores, Zen 4 C cores, also rumored to be compatible with the speculated Zen 5 based EPYC 8005 Sereno family. Says here, yeah, AMD. Anyway, says here, AMD is rumored to introduce the new SP7 and SP8 socket for its next generation server offering, succeeding SP5 and SP6 respectively. The larger SP7 platform is expected to accommodate EPYC 9006 Venice CPU, which reportedly features as many as 256 Zen 6 cores, divided across 8 CCDs. This lands us at 32 core Zen 6 CCDs, which are also purported to feature 128 megabytes of L3 cache for 1 gig of total of L3 cache, and then it says 128 megabyte times 8 for a 256 core chip. Yeah. Anyway, says here while the top core count for standard Zen 6 base Venice CPU on SP7 remains unknown, the leak suggests a significant update in the CCD design. Each Zen 6 CCD allegedly carry 12 cores, 48 megabytes of L3 cache, a notable increase from the 8 core and 32 megabyte screen since Zen 2. The lower cost SP8 platform will allegedly support 432 cores Zen 6 CCDs for 128 cores and 512 megabytes of total L3 cache. That's a solid increase over Cena and likely over Sereno. Standard Zen 6 option on SP8 are projected to offer 96 cores. 8 12-core chiplets, and 384 megabytes of L3 cache. This significant improvement in core density is likely a direct consequence of adopting TSMC 2 nanometer or N2 process node. Although specifics have not been detailed, we can expect similar improvement in I/O capabilities, including more memory channels and increased PCIe lane counts. Then it says the rationale behind pursuing more cores and larger cache is evidently in light of upcoming Diamond Rapid and Clearwater Forest, which are Xenon processors anticipated to be some of Intel's most sophisticated and advanced design in recent history. Likewise, AMD is also expected to shift to an advanced packaging option from TSMC with Zen 6, potentially employing silicon interposer TSMC, and then it says COWOS-S or Silicon Bridge, and then in parentheses it says TSMC info _ LSI or COWOS-8 to link it CCD and IODs. Following the typical 2-year cadence between generations, we can expect the first Zen 6 based products to arrive by H2 2026. Yeah, AMD. Now we got 2 comments from the debaters. Let's see what they got here. And then who's this? E. Jolson said this. The article states adopting a design similar to ARM's Big Little. My understanding is that Big Little is about putting different kinds of cores in the same package to create a heterogeneous processor, processor that can run light tasks using low power in mobile device. This is not what's going on in data centers with Zen cores. Each core in an EPYC processor is the same. And then who's this? Jeremy said this. Unless 128C Zen 5 isn't selling well, I don't see why AMD would drop for 128C and then 128Cs and then 96C, meaning cores, for the Halo Zen 6. I hope they go 16 channel RAM for SP7 and 8 channel for SP8. An increase in total PCIe lanes would also be nice. Getting at least 160 on both single and dual socket would be good. Ideally 192 or more, though as ES1 form factor is gaining market shares and allows for denser storage and a bunch of high-speed networking. Yeah, AMD, man. Yeah, they're moving, that's for sure. Anyway, those 2 articles that I just did was from Tom's Hardware. Now we got one over here on I think we got one from let's see, who was this? Let's see. We got one from we got a couple from our video cards. Yeah, a couple of them. Oops. Uh-oh. If I can get this. Let me close this. Close this. Alright. Now we got one from video cards. Whoops. So I can get this here. Okay. Okay, video cards, where are you? Uh-oh. Okay, now let's get this out the way. See, I got 3 articles from video cards here, so I'm gonna go through them. This is about AMD, by the way. Yeah, gotta gotta get them out the way. Okay. So three articles from video cards dealing with AMD. Yeah. So I'm gonna get these out the way. Actually, let me do this. Let me do this from our OC3D.net. Says new Zen 6 leak points towards a huge gaming boost. Says their Zen 6 should be great CPU architecture for gamers. A leak from at 9550 Pro on X has revealed detail about an AMD Zen 6 CPU architecture. The leak prior report that AMD is increasing its L3 cache size with its Zen 6 CPU. AMD is reportedly creating a Zen 6 CCDs core complex dies with 12 CPU cores and 48 megabytes of L3 cache. Today, Zen 5 CCD features only 8 cores and 32 megabytes of L3 cache. These increased L3 cache size for AMD Zen 6 will be great for PC gaming workloads and are also reportedly making 32 core CCDs with 128 megabytes of L3 cache. These CCDs will likely use AMD Zen 6 CPUs cores, focusing on silicon density rather than maximize per core performance. AMD's 12 core Zen 6 CCDs are known to use TSMC 2nm technology. This tech should give AMD new CPU power, efficiency, and density boosts with 50% more cores and 50% more L3 cache. AMD's Zen 6 CCDs will be much more performant than last generation CCDs. However, they will also be more expensive. 2nm won't be cheap. And says here Zen 6 L3 cache boost will be great for PC gaming. One trend with AMD Ryzen series CPUs is that every increase in per CCX core complex L3 cache delivers gaming performance. With Zen 2, AMD doubled its L3 cache size, and over Zen 1 with Zen 3, AMD created larger CCX with 8th core instead of 4. This gave each core direct access to a 32 megabyte pool of L3 cache, doubling the size of each core accessible L3 cache. Since then, L3 cache size have remained consistent for Ryzen. However, the introduction of AMD's X3D technology has boosted the L3 cache size of certain chips, delivering breakthrough gaming performance. AMD, folks. And then they have a chart here. Let's see, Ryzen 7 1800X. They got, let's see, Zen 1. Let's see, Zen 1 4+4. That's core count. L3 cache is 16 megabyte. L3 cache per CCX is 8 megabyte. L3 cache per core is 2 megabytes. Now for the Ryzen 7 3800X, Zen 2, and then core count is 4+4. L3 cache is 32 megabytes. L3 cache per CCX is 16 megabytes, and L3 cache per core is 4 megabytes. And then for Ryzen 7 5700X, Zen 3, core count is 8. L3 cache is 32. L3 cache per CCX is 32. And let's see, L3 cache per core is 4 megabytes. Yeah. Then it says Ryzen 7 7700X, Zen 4, core count is 8. L3 cache is 32. L3 cache CCX is 32. That's megabytes. And then L3 cache per core is 4 megabytes. And then for Ryzen 7 9700X, then Zen 5 is core count is 8. L3 cache is 32 megabytes. L3 cache per CCX is 32. And then L3 cache per core is 4 megabytes. And then for the next gen Ryzen Zen 6, we have core counts is 12, L3 cache is 48 megabytes, L3 cache per CCX is 48 megabytes, and L3 cache per core is 4 megabytes. So they went from 32, so it looked like they went up another, what 16? Yeah, AMD. But it says here, AMD largest generational leap in gaming performance. Generational leap. Where have I heard that term before? Oh, that's Valve. Anyway, AMD largest generational leap in gaming performance have always coincided with increase per CCX cache size. The jump from Zen 1 to Zen 2 and Zen 2 to Zen 3 were transformative for AMD. Furthermore, the introduction to X3D CPU pushes the company to the top of the PC gaming market with 50% more L3 cache per CCX. We expect AMD Zen 6 CPU to deliver excellent gaming performance. Add on its inevitable X3D enhanced incarnation, and we expect gaming performance to improve. So could you say that the Steam Deck is using Zen 6? I'm just saying, I'm sitting here joking though. Remember, Valve said something about a generational leap. Anyway, so yeah, that's the article on AMD. Now let's see, who else can I get here? I know I had some articles here on video cards, but I go to video cards and pull them up. So I got 6 more articles to go through. I think actually 3 from video cards, but we gonna get through this. You know, we're gonna get through this for you AMD nerds. Yeah, I got you guys covered, man. All right, let's see here. What else we got here? Let's see. AMD Ryzen Aimax+Strix Halo processor now available for standalone purchase in China. All right, what do we got here? It says here, if you can't afford a full PC equipped with a Ryzen AI Max, there's now another way to get processors. Of course, it's not useful without a compatible platform, as these are desktop CPU but laptop upgraded BGA package, meant to be installed directly on a motherboard. Still, someone might want one as an expensive keychain. Says here, jokes aside, what we're seeing are trays of AMD Ryzen AI Max series processor, both Pro and non-Pro, now available for purchase. These standalone chips are fresh from the fabs, are intended for motherboard installation and production lines, but they've somehow made their way to a Chinese second-hand marketplace. And then it says, let's see, for the Ryzen AI Max plus 395 core notebook, and then they said they want, is 3998. It's for the Ryzen AI Max 395 notebook. They want 4500, and then for the Ryzen AI Max plus 395 core notebook, NUC Mini, they want 399, and then for the Ryzen AI Max plus 395 core notebooks, they want 4499. Anyway, it says here, multi-users are now selling these CPUs starting at 3998 RMB, or roughly 550 USD for the flagship Max 395 processor. The image shared by the seller appears to come from the same source. Reportedly, the 395, 390, and 380 SKUs are on sale and could potentially be soldered directly onto various devices. It might even be a chance to upgrade an already rare Halo mini PC. And what do we got here? It says here, hopefully wider availability on some Ingenuity will lead to custom motherboard pre-equipped with Ryzen AI Max chips. Unfortunately, there's no indication that AMD plans to bring Halo to AM5 sockets, but a Gorgon Point Strix Point refresh is expected to it's expected at some point. Yeah. And then you got about 16 comments in that one article. Now let's see if I can find let's see if I can find out Intel, AMD articles here. Yeah, get you AMD nerds up to date. Yeah. Yeah. Since the Steam Deck uses AMD, I'm like, you know what? Why not cover them too? You know. Anyway, let's see here. What's this? AMD's EPY6 Venice to feature up to 96 Zen 6 or 256 Zen 6C cores, 128 megabytes L3 cache per CCDs. Yeah. All right, what do we got here? Oh yeah, what time is it? 10:40. Oh yeah. Oh, I got news for my little for the user base. I got news for them. Anyway, let's see here. 12 core Zen 6 CCD confirmed for EPYC 6th generation EPYC series, first leaked with Zen 6 cores. This article is from Video Cards here. It says here, does anyone still remember Brawley, aka Kitty Corgi? The leaker isn't gone, but he just went underground, and he is now sharing details on lesser known global platform under the new name. CPU WMJH. The leaker is sharing slides from an AMD presentation on EPYC Venice next gen server CPUs. The leaks confirm that Venice will adopt up to 8 CCD core complex die configuration featuring 8 Zen 6 or Zen 6 C dense core design. Importantly, each CCD would feature up to 12x Zen 6 core. This means that the next EPYC configuration would feature either 96 Zen 6 or 256 Zen 6 C cores. Furthermore, it also confirmed that each CCD will have 128 megabytes of L3 cache, enabling a total of 1 gig of L3 cache. And then it says the EPYC Venice series is said to come in 2 variants, specifically the SB7 and the SB8 socket. The latter is said to be limited to 128 Zen 6C or 96 Zen 6 cores with 350 and 400 TDP, while SB7 would feature up to 256 cores. So only Zen 6C implementation and even higher TDP at core, even higher TDP of 600 watts. And let's see what we got here. It says here, earlier this week, the same leaker shared a block diagram of Venice. It's not a full die, just part of it, but it shows the configuration of the classic core design with 12 core per CCDs. Recently, AMD confirmed that Venice will be the first HPC product to use TSMC N2 process node. Then it says AMD is mostly likely going to announce the specification of the EPYC 9006 series at the Advancing AI event in June. Currently, there is no information on the Ryzen 10th Gen series, which also expect to use 12 core Zen 6 CCDs. However, if AMD plans to retain the AM5 socket for another generation, this would confirm support for up to 24 physical cores in the highest configuration. And what else we got here? And then it shows the different let's see, you got the AMD EPYC series rumors. You got the EP9006 Zen 6 2025 PCIe, and then you have the 9005 Zen 5 2024 PCIe Gen 5. Then you have the 9004 Zen 4 2023 PCIe Gen 5. For the Zen 5 is 2024, and then for the Zen 6 is 2025. And then for the Zen 3, that was 2021. So nice little diagram they got here on video cards. And then you got 14 comments in the comment section. So yeah, so AMD is busy, man, coming out with new techs. So I figured I'd just put this news out there for you AMD fans of this that's using the Steam Deck for you guys. Yeah. Anything else? Let's see here. What else we got here on the AMD side? Oh, we got one more. Oh yeah, one more. Actually, one more. Let's see here. Here's another one. It says here, Gigabyte reveals AMD's X870/B5850 ARUS stealth motherboard with backside connectors. It says here, we bet many of these planning to buy a Ryzen 9000 processor also consider the ARUS stealth series, but Gigabyte long delay and lack of update on 800 series models likely push them to explore other options. The B550 stealth is still available, however its price is definitely a concern. And then it says the company has just revealed two ARUS stealth motherboard based on AMD 870 and B50 chipset. These boards looks almost identical, so if appearance is your only goal, the B850 should be a natural choice, but the X870 comes with a beefier power design featuring a 16+2+2 phase VRM solution compared to the B850 B850 14+2+2 phase layout. The X870 version also has USB 4 connectors. And it says here, both motherboards have 4 DDR5 DIMMs supporting slots, supporting DDR5 8200 OC memory via AMD Expo. Each board also features 2 PCIe 5.0x16 connectors for graphics and 4 M.2 slot, some of which are PCIe 5.0x4 according to Gigabyte. And what do we got here? It says here, of course, the main concern besides price is the chassis compatibility. Gigabyte provide a link that could list supported chassis, meaning case, but it isn't working at the moment. However, there is a teaser showing a reveal cooling and case brand, including Cooler Masters, Crosshair, Lily and Lily, Thermaltake, and Fantech. And then you have the then it says Gigabyte is most likely going to announce full pricing and availability at Computex. The company has just announced a C500 panoramic stealth increase picture above if you want a matching design. Yeah. What do we got here on the specs of these motherboards? Let's see here. What do we got? We got let's see, the X870 ARUS stealth ICE. What do we got? Chipset X870, CPU support, Ryzen 9000, 8000, 7000, video RAM, power chassis, 16+2+2, digital twin phase, memory DDR5, OC up to 8200 MT/S, 4x DIMM with AMD Expo, PCIe graphics slot, PCIe 5.0x16s with UD slot, yeah, M.2 slot, 4 total including PCIe 5.0x4, and then M.2 cooling, S Flex Thermal Grad L, and extension EZ Latch Click, Wi-Fi antennas, Wi-Fi 7 with directional ultra high antennas EZ, plugs, and then it says Ethernet 5 GBE LAN, rear I/O video, HDMI, dual USB 4 Type-C with DP alt, and then USB 4 support, yes, dual USB 4 Type-C with DP alt, and then BIOS software, multi-theme UI Q flash auto scan, and our driver BIOS, and then form factor enhance, UD base plate, PCIe UD slot as latch plus, and then thermal design, VRM thermal armor advance. That's the first one for the X870, right? Now for the B5 B850 Aorus stealth ice. I keep getting that mixed up. What you got? You got B850, and the CPU support is Ryzen 9000, 8000, and 7000 CPUs. Video powered phase is 14 plus 2 digital twin phase. Then memory support is DDR5 OC up to 8200 MT/S. Then 4X DIMM with AMD Expo. And then it says what's this? PCIe graphics slot is PCIe 5.0 x 16 with UD slots. And then M.2 slots is 4 total, including PCIe 5.0 x 4. And then it says M.2 cooling, S-Flex thermal, M.2, M.2 slots, almost messed that up. M.2 slots is 4 total, including PCIe 5.0 x 4. Now M.2 cooling, it has S-Flex thermal guard L and extension easy latch click. And then for the Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi antenna is Wi-Fi 7 with directional ultra high gain antenna EZ plug. And then it has for Ethernet is 5 GBE LAN, rear I/O video, HDMI only. Then USB 4 support, no. And then let's see, BIOS software, multi-theme UI, Q flash auto scan, driver BIOS, form factor enhance, UD base plate, PCIe UD slot as latch plus, and then thermal design, VRM thermal armor advance. So yeah, those are the motherboards. So pick one, whatever suits you, whatever one suits you. We got about 26 comments in the comment section, so they're just sounding off on this. Yeah. Anything else on the AMD front? But yeah, some nice boards, man. Got to keep up with the times when it comes to these motherboards. Okay, we did that. Okay, we did this. Okay, what's this? Okay, we did that. Did this. Did that. Okay, anything else? Let's see if I got anything on the AMD front. Okay, and get one more here. Get one more and then I'm done here. So yeah, you guys are good. You AMD nerds. You and your updates and your news. What else we got here? Oh, it says here Acer Radeon RX 960 X Nitro leaks confirmed triple display output and a single 8-pin connector. And it says Radeon RX 960 XT Nitro pictured. Nice graphics card, by the way. It says here the new design for Nitro series will feature 2 fans, according to a new leak. The upcoming Navi 44 base Radeon RX 960 XT GPU is supposed to be launching at ComputeX, and there are clear signs that preparations are already underway. The Nitro RX leak does not confirm the card specification. In fact, it does even show the box, which would indicate whether it comes with 8 gigs or 16 gigs or memory. However, it does confirm something we mentioned earlier, a triple display connector configuration. The Navi 44 primary purpose is for mobile graphics, which means it has a limited display engine. As a result, most, if not all, desktop RX 9060 XT card will likely support only 3 connectors. Furthermore, this card is shown with a single 8-pin power connector, confirming that it won't draw more than 175 watts plus 75 watts, the limit for this configuration, and yes, definitely less than that. And then it says we can be certain this is a new card and it doesn't resemble the previous generation RX 7000 Nitro pictured on the right. And then it says or the triple fan RX 9070 Nitro models. And that is that. So yeah, another graphics card for from AMD. So have fun with that, man. If you can afford it, yeah. Or wait till the prices come down so you can get one. So yeah, but nice little AMD news for you AMD nerds to keep you in the loop what's going on. Figure I did it since the Steam Deck is already using AMD, you know, so hey, why not? But other than that, man, you guys, you're good. News, deals, games, update. Yeah, AMD is in the kitchen preparing their new toys for Compute X, you know, so yeah. Got a new graphics card, and then Zen 6 is on the horizon, you know, so yeah. But the one that I read earlier talks about a generational leap, so I wonder if that ties into Valve's statement. Just saying. Anyway, that's the news I got to report on for you AMD nerds. Hopefully that was helpful and give you a sense of what's going on. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Crystal Star Wars Star Trek fan for Dark Side. Go. Peace.